Oh, let me mute Zoom. I mean YouTube. So, hello, welcome to the weekly Zoom meeting. Let me just check the audio is good. So, hello. Yeah. Yeah, so welcome to the weekly Zoom meeting. For those of you new to watching this, I do this Zoom meeting every most Wednesdays at 5 o'clock p.m. and that's UK time. And you can join through the link. You can join Zoom, sorry, through the link, which is in the box below the video. There's the same Zoom link, and you can watch this obviously after it's broadcast on YouTube. But to ask questions for the Zoom, you can send them beforehand through email, or the best way is to just join the Zoom call and ask them, or you can write them in the YouTube chat box. Yeah. So I was going to cancel this this stream, but I kind of thought about it a bit too late and thought I better just do it, not cancel last minute. Because I do try to do this every Wednesday and try to stick to that. Occasionally I have to cancel, but if I can help it, I try to be here each week. Yeah, but I just really, it's just part of my character is I like to be as genuine and as authentic as possible. And so I wanted to be here. So I'm going through quite a lot of stuff at the moment. And yeah, I want to not hide that. Like I want to be true to the experience here. I'm a neurodivergent single mother of two who home-eds her two neurodivergent children, and so it's a lot on, and now authorities are getting involved, and it's just stressful and a bit difficult at the minute. But yeah, I have a lot on, and yeah, but that's the reality of it. That's the reality of it. Like, I'm not sitting here like as some monk or something, you know. Yeah, this is the reality. So yeah, I was feeling a bit unsure whether I wanted to stream, but I also know that I love to stream and I want to be authentic. So yeah, here I am. So I may not be as verbal. So please feel free to prompt me if you have things you want to ask, or it might help me to speak. But I will still try to do the introduction, and yeah, but I'm not sure what will come out, so we shall see. And I didn't put a title. Oh, titles often spur me on to speak. I didn't write it in for some reason. I will edit it now. Can I do it now? Oh, I don't know. I'll do it after. The title is going to be The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I forgot to write it in. That's so funny. I'll type it in after. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. And it really does speak to the love and joy of this message. That everything is included, nothing's rejected. Pointing back to this experience, which is all things. All things. So what non-duality is pointing to is to that which is experiencing, is pointing to something that is beyond the experience. Something that is the experience and yet at the same time is beyond the experience. And I'm sure that may sound crazy, but it really is the most beautifulest pointing, the most beautifulest revelation that there is something else beyond the human experience. I don't mean something else beyond it as in something far away from it or something to go off and seek and look for. But I mean directly right here, right now, there is something that is happening, but not happening. There is something that is free and not affected by what appears to be happening. So what happens for the human is this identification with the human experience, identifying so deeply with the human experience that it seems to lose, let's say lose, that which is not identified with experience, that which is inherently free, that which is inherently still, that which is inherently not moving. And so what non-duality is this revealing of that, which is, my son is like, he's shouting something. It's revealing of that. Got headphones on, he can't hear himself. This revealing of that, this recognition of that what is actually experiencing, what is here is actually free. It's not a narrative, it's not a person, it's not a storyline. That storyline's appearing as a form, as an appearance, as a movement, but there's something else here that is free and not moving. And this is such peace, such freedom. I think without the acknowledgement of that, then humans suffer. Humans become crazy because there isn't that acknowledgement of that, or that awareness of that, or that recognition of that. This remembering of that, this tasting of that. And this is referred to as waking up. And so while the human is seeking, believing itself to be a person, a storyline in time, and only that, it's continuously lost and continuously seeking and continuously on the hunt to find where it can find fulfillment, peace, freedom, love, wholeness, and it believes it can find it as a person, as a character, as a storyline, a personal freedom, personal happiness for you, the human. But the human life is full of this. It's full of ups and downs. It's full of pains and pleasures. It's full of problems and then solving, and then a problem and then solving. It's full of that movement. It's full of life, and life's always in this change, in this flux. That's really beautiful to realize that life is always moving, always in this changeful flux, always pain, pleasure, always problem, solution, always something else. Always some drama. I think we actually do enjoy that as well. We do enjoy that, a bit of drama. I think that the monk leaves the mountain to come back, because not because of the drama, but to come back and to experience, to experience this flow, this pain, pleasure, but from a different perspective. From a fuller perspective. And yet at the same time, from a, I'm not going to say detached, but from a not touched perspective, which is so, I know it sounds so crazy, but it's so beautiful. Not touched and yet fully touched, fully everything. Hmm. And so this is it. What is looked for is this. And I really feel like there are stages to this. I know that's frowned upon, you know, in radical non-duality, but I really do feel like there are stages to this, because when you are fully identified, hearing this is it, it can be it can be like relaxing and like, oh wow, beautiful, and it is beautiful, but like it won't be satisfying. There will still be that uncomfortable seeking. There will still be this seeking momentum, looking for something else, or even looking to try to see that or be that or live that. Mm. But this is it. This is it. This is what you long for, is this. What is longed for is this. This nothing, everything. And so there may be a period where, a stage where there's a looking for that nothing, a wanting desperately that nothing, that emptiness. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. To want to know that, to want to realize that, to want to collapse into that nothing, to want to be that, even to be nothing. It's beautiful. But that wanting to be that, this one, let's call it a one, this one that wants to be that wants to look for that, have that. This one, I would assume, predict that this one has, I'm going to say pain, has emotion, has issues, has things it needs to look at and break open. This one who wants to be nothing, this one who wants to know non-duality. This is the one that may need therapy or need support or need to heal, you know, the childhood wounds, or become more conscious of the wounds, or all these types of things, just to like heal it, acknowledge it. That they call it the inner child, or the person. Because what this immense freedom is it already is. It's not something that is acquired or the person can meet or reach. What's being spoken about in terms of emptiness, stillness, whatever you want to call it, freedom, is already, it's the natural reality, the natural birthright of everything. It doesn't need to be got to. So this message of non-duality is just pointing that out simply. But the person, the mind, with its wounding and its stuff, this one can't get to non-duality. Non-duality is not about this one. And this is the big thing, I think, in non-duality is this. If there's an issue in non-duality, it's this, that this is the crux of it, basically. And then you have some speakers who do address that sense of someone and do recommend certain things to help it, to acknowledge it, to help bring some of that stuff up, to be acknowledged and looked at and healed. And, you know, that's to help ease that structure. But it's not for that structure, identity person to reach non-duality, because this is it. This is it. It's such a beautiful communication, and I'm sure I'm not doing it justice. I'm just trying the best to express it in a roundabout way. I love it. I love it so much. The possibility of it. It's so beautiful. But how do you explain this, that there's nothing wrong, when there's somebody who feels that there is something wrong, and it feels as if they exist, and they feel as if they could just sort out their human experience and better it and sort this or get non-duality or whatever it is they're projecting, then they would become free. And it's not like that at all. It's not like that. It's not about the person or the human experience. And that's why I enjoy sitting here and being real about, I don't want to divulge all my human personal stuff on the internet to protect myself and my children, but you know, yeah, it's yeah, it's full on in dealing with practicalities of being neurodivergent, having neurodivergent children, home education, single mother. It's really full on. And yet there is freedom, which means it can't possibly be about the human experience. The freedom is beyond that. The freedom is that as well. It's through that. So the good, the bad, and the ugly is welcomed here. It's welcomed in life. Life is full of it. But what is life that allows the good, the bad, the ugly? That is the good, the bad, and the ugly. What is life? We often have this really limited idea of, oh, it's, you know, you're born, you grow up, you go to school, whatever, college, university, get a job, get married, have children, you work some more, go to the gym, go to the pub, go on holiday, you know, have grandchildren, retire, 18 or 90, you get ill, and that's the end of it. But that's such a limited idea. Such a limited idea. Like a narrow-minded idea. That there isn't something more spectacular in this. Like, this is spectacular. This is indescribable. We call it these things. It's morning, it's daytime, it's Wednesday, it's this, it's that, it's July. We have these labels we put onto things, but if you just think about that, and you just look at our labels we put on things and see them as labels, and see that without those labels we put on things, there is this, and we don't know, and yet it is. We don't know, and yet it is. I mean, that's miraculous. That's miraculous. We don't know, and yet this is. The human is, the experience is the way it is. So I don't sit here as some monk or some teacher. I really do not do that. I don't sit here and proclaim perfection. But that isn't the point. That's why it's so beautiful. That isn't the point. So yeah, I spoke more than what I thought I was going. So yeah, you're free to ask any questions or anything about this topic. Endless embrace. Thank you, Kelly. Being in your presence like this is such a gift. I'm happy that you resonate with this endless embrace. I'm happy that you feel this resonance. It is such a gift. Not my presence, but this presence, this is a gift. Like, it is a gift. Life is a gift. The present is a present. It totally is. When it isn't coming through the mind's interpretation of it, the mind's story of it, it's just slap bang here, this, fresh, without word, without label, without anything. And then miraculously, like an artist, it's pumping out life, pumping out this appearance, this movement, pumping out these hands, it's pumping out these thoughts, these words, this movement, this room, this sound, is just pumping it out, appearing as everything. Such a gift. Such a gift. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Amazing. And as humans, we moan, oh, I haven't got this, I haven't got that, oh, this problem here and this problem here. And it's just this gift here, this gift. Just gift that keeps on giving. I don't mean to criticize the human. Human is the human, beautiful as it is, as beautiful as it is. I mean, even the conditioning and the human genetics and all of that, like it's all so beautiful. Like it's all appearing. Yes. Hi, Kelly. What age did this awareness begin for you? Love from London. Hi, Yas from London. What age did this awareness begin for you? I'm not sure what you mean, whether you mean at what age did this change or this recognition begin, maybe you mean that. So to answer that, if you mean that, then I first heard about this moment through Eckhart Tolle in 2007, I believe. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So 2007, I think I first heard of Eckhart Tolle. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So you could have meant what age did this awareness, meaning this consciousness, this beingness, begin? I was like, oh, it didn't begin, but anyway, yeah. But yeah, that's when I came across this sort of subject. Before that, I was more into meditation, a bit of Buddhism, meditation, different things, different healing things, different Reiki and chakra stuff, and lots of different things like that. Yeah. Being neurodiverse myself, my nervous system is so easily shaken. Yes. So going out is overwhelming. I wonder if this remains or settles down eventually when the identity drops away. It could remain, but it also could settle and be less intense. But I can't really say. I can't say that for you. How it's going to look, we just don't know. There's no set way this looks. Like there's so many. Well, we know there's billions of human beings with different conditioning, genetics, neurotype, and all the variations of in between. So you can't possibly say how this is going to look. You will be like this. You will be like that. I can only say here, my nervous system is also very sensitive, and I get overwhelmed quite a lot. Not more, a lot, not quite a lot, easily. So that still remains, but I just am so okay. I'm so okay with how I am, how I appear, how I react. Like it's so okay. However, that body experience is, it's so okay. And so I'm sure you already use different things, mere defenders, different things, different times of doing things or whatever. So just take care of yourself as a human, as you would do as a human being, and know what you need, know what helps you. But maybe in your experience it will be different. Maybe there will be a total removal of that sensitivity. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? What I do find though is that things move through fairly quickly, and what can often happen is things can turn into love and turn into love or peace fairly quickly. it can be quite intense, an intense overwhelm, meltdown, but it with a bit of like quiet time or whatever, it can easily just move through. So that I find that's something that's different. Things just move through. They happen, but they move through easier or quicker. Like they aren't taken into a story that's like replayed over and over and over, you know, intensifying it, making it worse. It's just, it is what it is. Intense at times, really intense. But it's such a beauty in it as well, like such a beauty in it, in the intensity sometimes, and a miraculousness of how, miraculousness of it happening. Like it can happen and then it can just disappear as if nothing happened. Like it's so beautiful, this life, the innocence of this life, innocently creating, innocently being everything, innocently appearing the way it appears. So beautiful. We think we can't handle it. We, as this narrative, we can't, it's too much for us, but actually it's not. It's not too much. Not for this. This can handle everything. This produces everything. It's this ownership of it that causes so much extra suffering. Pain is pain, and pain will always arise. It will always be part of the experience. So in a way, it's like getting used to that, like getting used to that movement of pain and pleasure. But I appreciate the intensity of it. It's very intense. Yeah. Yes. Oh, that was wonderful. Yes, I find I am more able to let it move through. Being able to finally have a label for what my system experiences has been so helpful. Yeah, totally. Like I'm more like saying about labels not being true, but labels obviously aren't true, but they're so helpful to identify, have a name for something. Really, really helpful. Really, really helpful. Really helpful. Really, really helpful. I'm smiling because they are really helpful. I was looking at my emotional wheel yesterday, and I'm just shocked by how all the different labels for the emotions. It's quite a lot. Wow. But it's really I really find language interesting. I found language so hard most of my life. Language, words, very difficult. But that's changed as well for me. I think I found language that helps to label, understand things. It's been really, I really love it. I really love it. I really love it. It's like, yeah, I can finally like express things and have words for things, and it's really beautiful labels. And yet at the same time, labels aren't true. These words aren't true. These identities aren't true. Like it's, yeah, I can't get over how I can't get over it. It's so beautiful and impossible. I love it. Finally. Yeah. Yeah. And I love this crossroads of this middle. middle, not middle path, but the middle. I love that. I love that. That's just that really does it for me, that middle. It really does it for me. I really find such juice and beauty, and I'm gobsmacked by it. This middle point. This middle point. I love it. The nothing and the everything together. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love this play of it. I love it. Oh, I love it. Don't. I love it. Like you can't, oh yeah. Like you can't grasp it. You can't pin it down. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm all hot now. Got a bit worked up. And so here we are, where life happens, the only place there is where this happens. Oh, thank you so much for joining and for interacting through the chat. I really enjoy the stream, and I will relabel it when I end it now. And yeah, so thank you for joining. Just thank you for that resonance with this, the resonance with this. And yeah, just lots of love. Lots of love. This is love. This is everything. Yeah. Yay. Okay.